Questions for the players?
Well, they're just too good of a basketball team for us to have the kind of that we had in the first half, and for us to turn the ball over the number of times we did. That's been a problem for us this entire season, and we just simply continued that yesterday and got lucky against Monroe. And against a team like Middle, you're not going to really get that kind of luck to sway on your side when you give the ball away 27 times. Very proud of our team in the second half for continuing to fight. You know, I'm sure Middle wanted to bury us there in the second half, and our team could have laid down and allowed that to happen, and instead our young ladies continue to fight and continue to fight hard, and I think that just represents the three letters across the front of our jersey. I'm very, very proud of them for that.
We'll open up questions for the players.
Jasmine's a pretty similar game to last week as far as, you know, them getting out big in the first half and you all kind of, you know, making it a little closer in the second half. What exactly were they doing in the first half that was giving you so much trouble?
I think it was us. Like, they didn't really do anything special. It was us. It was our turnovers. We had 14 in the first half, I believe, and that really just got us off on a loop. So it was us.
And Danae, I mean, it seemed like they were using, you know, different variations of the press to kind of give you all trouble in the backcourt and then take time off the shot clock to make it, you know, tougher in the half court. I mean, is there really a way to kind of combat when they do something like that, when their press is really working?
I mean, we had to adjust our offense to make sure that we were pushing the floor and attacking and spotting up.
Other questions for the players? In the far back.
Jasmine, I just, you know, what's going through your mind right now? I know the game just ended, but, you know, obviously this puts a wrap on your career. What are your thoughts looking back upon your career here at Western?
My career, it's been a roller coaster my whole 4 years here, and I just wish we would have finished better. We came out so strong in the second half and willing to win, and I wish we would have had that the first half. And I know we wanted to win so bad, but I wish all 5 girls on the court and everybody on the bench when they came ready to play today. It's been a fun experience with Coach Cowles for these past 4 years, and the name for this 1 year. I just wish them best of luck for the next couple of years.
Anyone else?
Today, can you talk about the seniors and just what they meant to this program and you all as freshmen?
I mean, they mean a lot to me personally. I think a lot of them picked me up individually, encouraged me, and told me to keep my head high when things got rough, and they never quit believing in me personally. But I think they had a lot of the times just had the will to win, and that's what we needed in our seniors.
Ladies, thank you all very much.
Thanks.
Questions, Coach Cowles, please.
Coach, are you concerned this might be your final game as head coach at Western Kentucky?
My passion is to coach basketball. So if that's their decision, then we'll move forward.
Coach, last season and this season, both struggles, but different kinds of struggles last year. Some personnel issues, obviously some team issues. This year, a lot of youth. Can you just kind of compare and contrast what these last 2 years have been like in terms of the challenges you faced and what makes them kind of similar and perhaps different as you move forward?
Oh, I think they're definitely totally different situations. You mentioned youth. You know, I think we knew as a staff what we had youth-wise this year and how good our youth was. I think you saw in the second half tonight, I think at one point we had 4 freshmen on the floor. Actually, when we made the run that we made, I think we had 4 freshmen and Jasmine on the floor. But that takes time, and you know, you got to be patient with youth. And I really like this coaching staff. That was another change that was made. This coaching staff is very talented, very knowledgeable, and very passionate about the game as well.
Coach, what inspired Danae out there? You think? I mean, to have that second half that she had, to I mean, just be unconscious right there shooting.
Well, I think our entire staff would tell you that if we were going to war and we had to pick one young lady I think every one of us would pick Renee Fothergill because she's a fighter. She knows how to battle. She has a will to win that's unmatched by anybody that we have on our basketball team. And so it's not surprising that she continued to play as hard as she did and that she had the fight in her that she had. That describes Renee Fothergill. She's a fighter.
Obviously this season there have been some reports from people who kind of critique the program and the direction it's gone. How hard is it to coach a young basketball team with all that sort of noise around them, especially with what happened last year and the expectations with the history of this program? How tough does it make it to sort of block that out and coach a group every day and sort of keep them from maybe absorbing too much of that and keep them focused and moving forward?
Well, it's easy for me because I don't Facebook and I don't Twitter and I don't read the newspaper and I don't get on the internet, so it's pretty easy for me. And this group, I think, is just excited about being at WKU, so we don't really talk about it. That stuff doesn't really get discussed in our locker room or in our office, and for those people that read it or are a part of posting it or whatever else, that's a different story. But unless you're in the inner workings of our program, you really don't know what our program is really about. And these young ladies were definitely about trying to continue to fight. We didn't have a good season. We didn't have a typical season. It is what it is. But I know these young ladies are very, very hungry, the ones that are coming back. As far as the seniors, their opportunity's over. That chapter's closed and onward they go.
What was kind of the message from the seniors in the locker room after the game? I don't know if any of them maybe addressed the team or did you have to say anything?
No, there was nothing said by them.
Yeah, just talk about the legacy they had here. I mean, obviously, I know they probably didn't get as much done as they would have liked in their 4 years, but they probably had an effect on some of these freshmen. What kind of legacy did they leave?
Well, I think the best thing is that they're all five. Well, actually, one's already graduated, and the other four will by midsummer. So I think that's just a strong part of our program and what our program is about as far as taking care of these young ladies and making sure that they're prepared and equipped for what comes after when basketball's over. I think these group, especially Jasmine, I think what Danae said about Jasmine is what they would all say about Jasmine Johnson. She's been kind of the mother hen to this group, and she's really put her arms around them and tried to teach them and tried to comfort them, whether it's Ileana, who's so far from home, and Alexis, or maybe it's one of them after a not-so-good game. I think she's just been extremely encouraging. I think they've had a lot more kind of team socials and so forth this year together off the basketball court. And I think that's been really important for this group.
Coach, the youth of the team seemed like they, at many times, really carried the team yesterday and today. With Danae's performance, Alexis's yesterday, Ileana played a bunch in the second half, Chastity yesterday. Given how difficult it's been this season, do you feel optimistic that with the group you have coming back that things can be turned around?
Well, I think recruiting is a never-ending process. While we are very, very optimistic about our freshmen, you just got to continue to recruit and recruit and recruit. But this group of freshmen, they're good. They just need experience and they need time.
We have time for one more question.
Coach, can you talk about the pace that they play at? It seems to be, in some ways, that they speed up just 1 to 2 seconds per possession. Can you just talk about what those little things add up cumulatively to do to a team in terms of how you guys want to execute in the half court and what they can do in terms of decision making in those sets?
Well, I think their press is what really disturbs you, because when you turn the ball over 27 times, then that kind of puts you in a little bit of a panic. And I think we've seen that. We saw that on Sunday at our place, and we saw that again today. That was not what our character was like at their place not quite a month ago. But I think when their press baits you into the turnovers that we've committed, then you get a little bit panicky because of the fact that they're scoring easy transition baskets, that we really don't have a defense designed for that kind of turnover. When we turn the ball over at half court and Kaysen picks it up and is able to throw it ahead to Jones on a wide open layup, we don't have a defense designed to stop that. So I think that gets extremely frustrating.
Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Travel safe.